Hello, Christy Ruffner here, and today we're going to talk about syndicating your content. At some point we'll talk about how to create content and the type of content to create, but first you need to set up your platforms on where you're going to actually share that content. So first of all, let's talk about what syndication is. Syndication, as it pertains to online marketing, means to publish simultaneously or supply simultaneous publication in a number of social media locations for people to be able to find you. In other words, you're going to create a piece of content, whether it be a YouTube video or a Facebook post or a blog post or an article or something like that, and then you're going to take that that piece of content and you're going to share it across all your different social media platforms, and that is syndication. So for social syndication, we need to set up accounts in Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Google+, your blog. All these different areas are going to provide a different location for people to actually find your content. So what do we syndicate? The information we put out on these social platforms must have a brand, a face that people will learn to recognize, and then will put that face to your content. It is, after all, a social platform. If they are attracted to what you are sharing, they will start to follow you. They will begin to know, like, and trust you. They may even eventually buy from you, and that is the whole purpose of you creating your content to begin with, and sharing it across the different platforms so that you can reach different people and attract them to you. If you look at other successful marketers, business people, entrepreneurs, you will notice that they are not promoting their business. They are promoting themselves. They are the brand. If your business is your brand, then you limit yourself in what you can promote. You will have to recreate yourself every time you change or add an income stream, and you must develop more than one income stream eventually. So you want to be promoting yourself. You want your face, your person, your personality to be your brand, not your business. So when you begin setting up your accounts for syndication, decide who you want to be and promote that in your profiles, in your story, and in your brand. So give a little bit of thought. Sit and do a little bit of soul searching. Take some notes on who you believe you are, and actually project yourself into who you want to become as an internet marketer. Because for some of you, where you're at right now is not necessarily where you're heading, and not necessarily what you want to share as your story, but you do want to share how you're becoming who you want to be. So give that a lot of thought. Use yourself as your litmus test. What do I mean by that? Try to remember and relate to the types of things that attracted you to your business. Why did you click that link? Why did you get started? Why did you take the chance on the opportunity? What were you feeling, and what was your motivation? Because if you can relate to that and put that into your story, people are going to relate back to you. And that is part of building that relationship. Remember your why. When building a team, you will be attracting people who are like-minded with you. This will happen naturally if you promote from the core of who you are. The people you attract will recognize you in the profile you put forth first, and then the content you create. This is why video is so very powerful, and why it is so important to come out from behind the camera and show the people who you are, and to show them that you're speaking from your heart. Let people see you, hear you, and know you, because that's who they're going to buy from. Create your social media accounts. This is where you're going to start building your syndicating content. You're going to set up your accounts for your Facebook fan page, your Twitter, your Google+, your YouTube, your Pinterest, your LinkedIn, your Tumblr, and any other platforms that you may already be familiar with. Perhaps you've already got a profile set up. You might need to go in and do a little tweaking, a little editing in order for it to flow into what you're promoting now. But do that. Use it, especially if you've already got some following established there. Don't let that platform go to waste. Go ahead and make that transition. But if you haven't gotten those accounts set up yet, that is your very first task. You don't have to set all of these up all at once. Begin with the one that you feel most connected with, that you feel most comfortable with, and get started there, and then add accounts as you go. Resources. I have a blog, and most of my free leads and the members that have joined me have come from my blog and my YouTube channel. So do not be afraid of those resources. Push yourself beyond your fear and set up a blog and get behind the camera and get started with that, because those are your most powerful allies. Those are where people will most readily find you and connect with you. In order to have a blog, you need to have a domain name and you need to have hosting. This is some of the least expensive resources that you'll ever invest in. The only thing that will really cost you is some time. You'll find the resources that I use on my blog here at christyruffner.com/connections. As I've said, my blog and my YouTube channel, and most recently my Inspired Media is my most valuable assets. That's where most of my free leads come from. What's next? I've actually got 3 more trainings planned after this one. I want to show you how to use your fan page. I want to show you how to grow your Facebook friends list. And then I'm going to go through the process of how simple it is really to syndicate your content. The trainings will not necessarily be in that order. I'm not sure how I'm going to put that together yet. I wanted to try to get it to flow for you. But you can start syndicating your content as long as you have at least one other place to actually share from where you originally create your content. So if you're creating a video, you need to have at least one other place that you can share that video. And I would really recommend starting with video, because that is the most real connection that you will make with people. And it's something that you need to start building now, and you will be able to cross syndicate very easily from your YouTube channel. You can syndicate to Twitter, Google Plus, and Facebook, all 3 of those, with a simple click of your mouse, and your content is shared. So that's where I would really highly recommend that you start. You probably already have a Facebook page. We'll go through setting up a fan page, and that's relatively simple. But as far as actually syndicating out away from Facebook, you need that YouTube channel, and you can syndicate very easily, like I said, with just a click of a mouse. So that's what we're going to do. Start small if you have to. Like I said, one social platform at a time. So I recommend YouTube other than your Facebook. Set up your profile with a real picture of you. Do not use a picture of a place or a thing, or even an inspirational quote. Nothing like that. Get your face out there. Do not be afraid to show people who you are, because quite frankly, they are not going to resonate with you if you don't show them who you are. So start taking some pictures of you. Start taking pictures of you out living your life, because these are going to come in very handy for when you start sharing your story. and people are going to start connecting with you and liking you and trusting you. And let's be honest, you're inviting somebody to join a business with you on the internet. Okay, get real with that. Set up your profile with your real story. So start building that story. Start thinking about what that story is and what you want to share about that. Learn as much as you can on how to best utilize each platform as you set it up. Learn how to use Google so that you can find your own answers. Don't depend on just me for your training. There's a lot of really excellent training out there. There are constantly webinars being put on right now. I just registered for a webinar with Frank Kern. I registered for a webinar on YouTube that I shared with many of you. Don't be afraid to get on these webinars. Yes, it will sign you up for a list. You need to learn how to do that, because that is how you build your following. That is how you build your list. So learn from these people. Watch how they're putting their funnel together. Watch how they're attracting and collecting leads. You are that lead. Turn that around and make it something that you can build for yourself to attract leads, because that is how you build a business on the internet. Document your journey. Okay, as you're learning this process, document that. Figure out how you can share that down the road, because that is your value. That is what you have to offer the new people that join you, who are asking you questions. How are you building this? How can I build this? Document that journey so that you have content of value to share to the people that you attract to your business. You are more than your business opportunity, and you have to recognize that, and you have to understand that in order for people to see that, you have to put it out there in a piece of content. That's what it's all about. So that's my training for today. If you have questions, concerns, you want, to reach out to me. Ask your questions. That is what I'm here for. But don't use me as a crutch. Go out and find your own answers. Google is your friend. If you can find your own answers, then you are able to help others be able to find their answers. And that is your value to your team. Alright? That's what I have for you today. You make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.